Hello, and welcome back to yet another run of my FrostMage. In this scenario game, I'm actually going to be playing against a real opponent on ranked, so here's to hoping that things go well. But whatever, happy to do it. Based on the fact that I'm looking against a Warlock, it suggests that he's going to be running the standard. I play a lot of demons and then convert my hero power Warlock. Could be useful to keep Blizzard just to clear a thickened board, but nope, let's just get rid of everything. No need to overly aggressively keep things. Yep, there we go, Babbling Brook. I like Babbling Brook to open with here a lot. Potentially spin me something good. Elemental into an elemental is always nice. Ooh, Pyroblast. Might be the endgame I need, given that... So, Warlock's hero power, when he upgrades, is gonna be A, fill the board with a bunch of cheap minions, which is a lot more dangerous than it sounds. Not cheap minions, sorry, demons. So he can usually get a lot of value there. Second, convert this into 2 mana, deal 3 damage, gain 3 life. It's a 3 damage with lifelink. So once his hero power is online, it beats out mine, of deal 1 damage and sometimes make 3 sixes. It's a lot easier for him to set up scenarios where his is proccing than it is for me. This sucks. If I had waited 1 turn, I could have played that. But I had no way of knowing what I would draw, and it's going to be important for me to keep advantage on the board here. The thing about this deck, if I know what kind of deck he's running, is it involves a lot of AoE 1 damage trips, demons. It involves a bunch of deal 2 damage, gain 2 life, deal a little damage, gain a little life style. So he's gonna stay pretty topped up for a while. He can afford to tap fearlessly. The game is on me to try and generate a little advantage here on the board. Ultimately, really, we're both playing for the same idea. Stall, 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 and then play our major spells, or play our hero power and go for the win. Unless, you know, he might be playing a different deck. It's possible. The meta hasn't settled yet, and he's rank 15 with me. I'm playing around Medivh's tower. I really wonder why he hasn't played anything yet. Did he just pass turn? So he is making the same decisions I am, deciding whether or not to use an AoE now or later. I'm gonna let him get a little more value because I want to trigger my Kalimos very badly.
Spells are fun, so fun.
But now he really has to clear this. He can't afford to take this kind of damage to the face every turn. I'm gonna get a Kalimos, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in hand. He really should play something. If he lets me go 5 to face, I might Pyroblast as well. Oh no, I can't Pyroblast till 10. I don't even know what I was thinking. Alright. There. That's the Whirlwind card I was talking about. And he finally got it. I get an absolutely terrible card, Freeze an Enemy, and Mirror Entity, which is very good. But I have to stay on the Elemental train for a while here. Oh boy, none of these are particularly good. Anomalous with Jaina could be a full heal. And without Jaina could be a board clear and stall. That actually might prove to be useful. Do I want to freeze him? No, let him attack. Worst case scenario, he attacks into my face. I should save Freezing Potion for an enemy that I actually can't afford the attack on. I should drop Mirror Entity soon. His 5 drops and 6 drops are bound to be quite good. Unfortunately, I'm locked. I have to play my elementals in order to keep the elemental train alive. Oh! Okay. Oh, this deals 1 at the end of turn. That's how he's clearing it. We'll just play this guy. It's not a big deal. I can afford a little bit of damage, just like he can. I'm tempted to draw cards, get a cheap elemental on the board that way. But no, I'm gonna play this. It's best for my value. Best value proposition I've got right now. And we will poke at this guy. Statistically, I kill him with what? Either Flame Geyser to 2 damage, 3 damage. No, that's not going to get him close to death. So Fireball it to death for 4. So the ping doesn't help in either of those cases. If I ping now and Flame, he goes down to 2. And then I ping him again, he goes to 1. If he goes down to 2, he's blizzardable eventually.
Time runs out on me.
That's not an unreasonable prospect. And he's probably going to attack into this guy. He can't have that many clears left. Let's bring him down to 4. I feel more comfortable if we have the same amount of health. Instead of, 1 to face. Alright. You're not trading. AoE of 1 to everyone, and 1 extra to me. So, here's where it gets interesting. I can fireball the big guy, face trade this guy, and we'll be in good shape. Or, let's do this. Let's ping. Point remove. Anomalous is sufficiently powerful to clear the board yet. Mirror Entity to prevent shenanigans. Face? Face is risky. There's a lot of ways he could kill this. And 5 to the face does not set me up to win the game. Or it does! 5 to the face, Fireball to the face brings him down to lethal range. It's a very tough call. I think I will actually go to his face, because even if he AoE removes me, I still have a lot of outs. I survive an extra turn with Ice Block, I Mirror Entity whatever he puts down and hit his face with it, Fireball, and then I'm 1 or 2 turns away from winning. There's only so much heal his deck can have. Yeah, this is actually okay. This is actually very okay for me. It's pretty much exactly what we read that he would have. I get a free 3/3 in the bargain. Did he swing already? Yeah, he swung already. Good. I mean, I'm kind of going a little all in here, but I think I'm right to do this. Anomalous on 8. Freeze the thing that can kill it.
I wonder.
Sets up for an AoE damage when he takes out Anomalous, which clears the board, and then 10 to the face. I mean, there's a lot of ways this could go wrong, but there's a lot of ways this could go right, and I am going to take my chances. So, freeze the one thing that can actually be a problem. Continue to hit for the face. So here's the thing, if he can't deal with this minion this turn, he's dead. If he can deal with this minion, but not this one, I can set him up to die, but not kill him. Okay, he can deal with it. He can deal with it, that's why he went face. He's got an answer here. What is it? Just a straight destroy. That, unfortunately, is what I couldn't afford.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
So, what's the play? I think the play here is to continue to go all in. We're gonna... What is this, by the way? Ice Block? Okay, good. That's what it needs to be. If we Fireball... The only problem is if he has Super Gul'dan already, he can play it and just come back from anything.
I wonder.
I think I'm gonna begin with something simple. Let's get some cards. 3, 9, 3, 7, 9. We have a reasonable turn just doing that. Let's get some cards. Oh, beautiful. I can continue to frost the board over. 4 to the face. Super Gul'dan saves him. Anything else doesn't really. Let's make sure that our elementals are still active. In case, he gives me something else to think about. He's not going to deal 12 damage in 1 turn, and without Frost Jaina in hand, I've got to start thinking of ways to close this game out. So this is not a game where I get to show off Frost Jaina, but it does show that the deck is a little more flexible. He isn't instantly playing it, so he probably doesn't have it. He might have other options, though.
Warriors of the
He does have other options. So that's gonna be game. We read it right that we have to start pushing for the win, and don't get me wrong, we can chain freeze the board for a couple more turns if we need to, but this is the key right here. Does he have a 1-mana heal? Does he have a 1-mana heal? Or doesn't he? Don't say well played, I don't want to tip him off. He doesn't have it!
Well played.
Boom! So, an unorthodox play to be sure, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. Read the situation, play accordingly. I had enough of an advantage in hand and enough reach in hand to just do the standard FrostMage game. And remember, that's a viable play by itself. Frost the board a couple times, deal a bunch of face damage, win. Especially against a Warlock who's been tapping aggressively. If he had played his Warlock hero power, I'd be dead. But the odds of him having that were 50-50. He'd drawn about 10 cards. Same as the odds of me having Frost Jaina. And, even if he actually played that, I still can freeze the board with Blizzard, freeze the board with Frost Nova, stall a little bit, hopefully get something to survive. I already have the Ice Block up, so the turn that I do get Jaina, I can play her. Anyway, alright, that's the game. GG, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.